Welcome back, guys. This is another video. Welcome to Real Reflects. My name's Kyle,
And I'm Sam.
and today we are reviewing The Substance.
Yes.
This is a movie I did not know about until recently, a few weeks. We've been trying to see this movie for a while, but because we heard some amazing things. Apparently, won at the Cannes Festival. It won Best Picture.
Mhm.
So this is a movie I really was looking out for this year. But yeah, Sam, would you like to give a background about the movie? I don't know how you heard.
From what I've heard, it was a horror and like a body gore type film. From what I saw, it was it was one of those films that you have to be able to stomach the things that you see.
Yes, for
in
sure.
this because I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Yeah. So to give more background for me,
Yeah.
I had no idea what this movie was about. The only thing I knew was that it was gonna be horror
Yeah,
genre.
yeah. But I when because from the title I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's about like
Some type of drug.
some
I
type
thought it was
of
gonna be
drug.
some type
Yeah,
of
yeah. That's what I was expecting.
Which it
like,
is,
or like
but-
drug. Yeah, exactly. Which it is. Drug abuse and whatnot and things like that. That's what I was expecting. Like what's that movie? Equilibrium. Is that what it's called? Like a 2000. I know, like a 90s movie. But anyways, that's off the topic. But yeah, that's what I was expecting. Some type of drug, drug abuse type film and things like that. But there's a lot to talk about in this film.
Well, let's just give them the summary.
Yeah.
So we start out with Elizabeth Sparkle.
Mhm.
She started out as like a very glorified young up and coming actor or fitness star.
Yeah.
And we do a time skip, I don't know how many years, maybe 20-25 years in the future, and she's older now.
Older, probably in her late 40s.
Yeah. But she gets kicked out of her role and she doesn't really take it well,
Right.
I would say.
Right. And from there, it kind of shows you how people of her age, how they are treated once they reach a certain age.
Specifically women, how they get treated,
Right.
when they don't live up to the beauty standards, or are there standards anymore, or where the industry doesn't see you as valuable anymore because you don't look good.
Right.
Right.
Because you can see it also how with men also in the industry, how they hold power over women in this film, especially in the field that she's in also, because it basically what it shows also is that beauty sells,
Sex
sells. Exactly. And from the viewer point, you can take a lot of different notes from this. You can see it as not accepting, when you get to that age, not accepting your flaws, your, what I mean, the human. That's part of being human. We're all gonna get old and wrinkly, and it kind of shows that also in today's society too.
Not only that, but like the fact that, like, how much self-love do you actually have for yourself? Do you hold that value in what other people think about you, or is it really in you that you have that confidence, that you have that ability to know that you are worth something, even if other people are saying that you're not?
Right.
I think that was a big thing. There were many themes in this story. I thought one thing, going back to like the men that were in charge, I liked how obnoxious they were, because I think that was done on purpose, because you really don't see in the real world like men that obnoxious, but like they kind of like made them obnoxious to show how the men are behind the scenes when the women aren't around talking about them, and how they really think, and then how cutthroat they are. It was just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it shows that the industry is a cutthroat industry.
Mhm.
You know,
There's no loyalty.
exactly. There's no loyalty, because once you get to that certain stage, you can easily be replaced by the next, by the next and the next and the next and the next. And honestly, I really like this film. Like last night, it really had me thinking. It had me thinking about, just in general, just like in today's you know in today's society, when it comes to the beauty standards, how you're supposed to look. A lot of people go and get, things done to look a certain way, to look younger, to make things bigger, to make things smaller, things like
Also,
that.
we see how people treat you better by how
Hmm.
you look, which I thought was
Yes,
just very nice touch to the story as well.
very yes. You get these types of perks when you look a certain way, when you look good, when you're showing certain types, certain parts of your body more. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it shows that, especially by the industry, it shows how you are glorified, how you are first in line to certain events, to certain movies that are coming out, things like that.
Hmm.
And this a lot of people might not might I recommend a lot of people go see this film, because
It's very deep, I
very
would
deep,
say.
for sure, very deep.
Yeah.
um
Getting into I guess the main thing, the substance, the
yes.
star of the show, the
Hmm.
movie. I mean, so she gets this opportunity when she goes to the doctor to change her life.
Yeah.
Because she at this point she's low. She just got fired, so she's really in a bad place mentally.
Hmm.
And she watched this. She got sent this thing, this hard drive, and she put it in her TV, and she watched the video, and it showed her that she can get a better self,
A better version of
a better
yourself.
version of herself.
Yeah.
And all she got to do is there'd be 7 days of her old self and 7 days of her new self.
Hmm.
That was the only contract.
Yeah. And there's a balance. You have to balance it between your old self and
You
your
have to
new self.
respect the old and the new.
And this is where the line kind of
Mhm.
gets thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is where the greedy, the selfishness comes to play. And that's honestly, I think that's where the film gets so much more interesting, once your other self enters.
Because at first it wasn't that bad,
Yeah,
but then after each time they switched, it just got worse and worse and worse.
badly. And talk about the new character, Sue. Um, she kind of shows the young, new, healthy, trendy, exactly. And how all she cares about is the popularity and things like that, what comes with the
She wants to feel important.
right, exactly. She wants to feel important. She wants everybody to love her and things like that. And it kind of shows in a way how, like I said, and how today's society, how it kind of pertains to that. You know what I mean? Um, man, I really don't know what else to say. What do you got?
I just have many questions about the movie.
Yeah.
The more I thought about it, going into this morning, I woke up, I was like, the other version of herself. I wonder if, because we looked at Sue as like this bad person, she was the bad side, but
Right, right.
they're both one person. So I'm
Could
thinking
that
like,
be her?
could she have been like that when she was that age and
True.
full of herself and
Right.
talking down on like the elderly and
Yeah.
stuff like that? So I'm like, a part of me is like, this person was just a bad person in general.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Because it also, I think I had the same thought too. Because like, what if like we all have this alter ego of ourselves, right? Could this be what it means to see our alter ego in front of us? Is that
And then she hated herself.
exactly? Yeah, she
Which
hated
is-
herself for that.
Mhm.
So that's kind of my question too. Like, would that, you know what I mean? What would happen if our alter ego was to come out, if right in front of us? Would
Would it be someone we love or hate?
Right? Would it be someone we love or hate? Right. And that's mainly kind of really the big question here. And one of the other interesting character that was in was old guy,
Yeah.
and his other self was in the hospital that pretty much recommended her to the, hey, here's the,
Hmm.
and he kind of went on a rant a little bit. Does it get lonely? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And because your new self is getting all this attention, but your old self is not.
Hmm.
You know?
Which is what I questioned. I was like they're one person, but like at the same time, like you're like degrading yourself, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're calling you already have it in your mind that you're the less person. You're the ugly person. You're not the person that people want to see.
Yeah.
And I love the scene where she okay, this guy came up to her and asked for her number and stuff, and she wasn't feeling him at all. But she got to a place where it's like she just wanted to feel wanted, and
Right.
she was willing to go on a date with the guy because he gave her the old person. He would have gave her the old person attention and stuff. And I just this woman was just like so, interesting to me because like there's so many we can look at her and be like, oh, we can judge her, but at the same time, like there's so many people that think like this, I feel like,
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
especially like aging, older people feel
Yeah.
alone, older people feel less valued and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was very interesting.
Aging is something that I feel like we've all been running away from. I mean, let's look at the cosmetics, the makeups, the
The
all
aging
of
stuff,
that. The age, you know what I mean? The more makeup you put on, the more younger you look and things like that. And I feel like
Botox.
it's
Yeah.
Botox and all that kind of stuff. And I think this film kind of it didn't necessarily, you know, go after that, but you can tell like that's what they were going for. It was subtle. You know what I mean? I feel like the subtleness in this film kind of like speaks all about it, everything about it. You know? And also too, my also something I was thinking about, like what did she gain from this? Her old stuff, her old stuff, because her new stuff was gaining all the popularity,
Which is
the
what I
beauty.
question. I was like, did it really like make you feel better like
Right.
doing this thing? Did you like it didn't because like after every time we saw her get deformed
Right.
and look worse in her older stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
is this really like worth the experience that you're not even getting yourself?
Right.
This doesn't make sense.
Because her new self was also draining life
Mhm.
from her old self. Yeah, while the new self was, getting healthier, more, beauty and all that kind of stuff. So that was like my question. I was like, at the end of the day, like, does she regret? I mean, she kind of did regret it, because if you go see the film and you'll see how things end up, you'll be like, yikes, you know. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to figure out, because like the person that really gained was from this experience was the new person. So yeah.
I also had another question. I was like, why do you think that she did not stop? Because she did have a multiple chances to stop the
She did.
experience.
Yeah.
But like, why do you think that she didn't? That's my question.
That's a good question. Yeah, because there were multiple times she called the people. She was like, they asked her, "Do you want to stop?" And she hesitated multiple times, because, like I said, like she wasn't gaining anything. Her old self wasn't gaining anything from this experience. It was her new self that was getting all the perks and things like that. So like, why wouldn't you stop? That's kind of my question too.
But I think it shows her
her being greedy in a way,
it shows
or selfless. I don't know.
No, it just shows her like her hate for herself, her true self. I feel like, and her like, what is that word for like? I can't think of that word. That people hate themselves and they insecurities. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Her insecurities for herself is like, do I really want to go back to like what I started as? Which I thought, like, when she first started, she didn't really look that bad. Like, she
really
didn't really
not at all.
Like, but then like every time she would switch and then go back, she would look worse and worse. Which I thought, like, you're really like hurting yourself in this process. This doesn't make. Sure. So I really think she didn't want to stop because of her insecurities.
Okay, I think
of her own self.
I think that's the point here. The point they're making is that, let's say for example, someone that goes and get like Botox and whatever change, right? They always once they get it done the first time, right? The first time they get it done,
They want to keep it.
they want to
Okay.
keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And I think that's kind of like the
Same with plastic surgery.
yeah,
Like they keep
the
going.
point here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
That's
'Cause-
good. That's good.
right? Because once you go back, you get the nose change, and you're like,
I don't like my lips.
right. I don't like my lips. Right. I don't like the way my cheeks look. I don't like the way my eyebrows look. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you look this completely
Different person.
person, and at the end of the day, age is gonna catch up to you, and you know,
This is like self acceptance, like finding beauty in new ways, like
Right.
what you've been given.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a really big thing as well. You know,
I
just
agree.
learning to like love like your experience.
yeah. So acceptance is really kind of the I would say the what's the word I'm looking for here?
The thing.
The theme, yeah, one of the themes here is self acceptance. We can talk about how her new self was being a lot more selfish and greedy, not really taking care of her other self, because the rule was you have to switch every 7 days.
And she didn't go 3 months.
Right.
Without switching.
Right. Because for both to survive, both have to share.
Yeah.
And
But it didn't. I will say about the thing that it didn't feel fair
Mhm.
because the old person was obviously like, I don't know, like was it because she wasn't following the rules that she got worse, or is that going to happen either way?
I think it's because she wasn't following the rules.
Okay.
Yeah, she was not following the rules. I think what I wanted to kind of see was them two having a conversation with each other, saying, "Hey, for this to work, we have to work with each other," and things like. But we didn't get to see that until the end. But
They're both
towards the end, they were mad at each other, and it didn't go so well. But I kind of wanted to see that before it gets to that. I feel like that's the only bad thing I could say about it, because I wanted to see the interaction between
But
the
also,
two.
like, I feel like because they didn't have enough self-respect for the other person to do that.
Right.
I just feel like they both hated each other
Yeah.
for different reasons, and they couldn't have that thing. And I think that just goes to my point of she wasn't a good person to begin with, because I don't know, she was very impulsive.
Yeah.
That we've seen.
Yeah, I think this was
a
a
good
very
movie.
yeah
It's a
very
really
very
good movie.
good film, honestly. And I think a lot of people should go see it. I think you can get a message from this film, no matter who you are, to be honest.
I will put asterisks. I'll be prepared
Yeah.
for everything. This can be. There's a lot of disgusting scenes in
Oh
here.
my god, the sound,
Yeah,
it's body gore.
you can get this. I was scarred from
Yeah.
this experience.
Yeah.
But I'm better. I'm better after today. But you know,
yeah,
it was very disgusting.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. I think. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself. If you eat before you go see this film, don't
eat. Don't eat in the movie.
Don't eat. Eat something after. Well, I would say I wouldn't say eat after either. But my goodness, yeah, just be prepared. But it's a good film. I think anybody could get a message out of this. Young, old, men or women. I think
For sure.
you both can get a message out of this film. Honestly, I think one of my things is I like when I watch certain film, I look for a message. I look for what exactly the writer is trying to say. What exactly are they trying to get us to understand and things like that. And this was a really interesting one. You can think about it many different ways.
Mhm.
Many different.
You can
ways.
take something from every single portion of the film.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure. Even if you're old, you can get a message from this, from accepting that this is our life, this is the human nature. We're gonna get to that point.
You're still beautiful to somebody too.
Exactly. No matter who you are.
Yeah.
Even from the young perspective, you know what I mean. Don't let this run your life. If this is what you're looking for, it's
Don't
not
hold your value on other people.
Right.
Don't let the people have that much power, because they really don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Because what they see you they only want one thing from you, and that's the only thing they want from you, and that's it. Once they see that you're running out of that what they want, you're easily replaced. They'll go for the next one that's younger. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so yeah, I think this is a very 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 interesting film. Probably one of those hidden gems, honestly.
Also, I did want to mention that I feel like the final form that we saw her in was like truly what her character
Yes.
would have illustrated. Like, I think that was her true character in human form,
Yeah.
which is deformed and ugly
Mhm.
and just disgusting. Because like, she's a very insecure person, but like, I just felt like she was a bad person as well.
Yep.
And you know, I think it was a good representation of what that looked like. Like, how ugly are you inside?
Yeah.
And the people saw that, what they see you as a monster. That's what I would say.
Very.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was a lot of reference in this film too. Space Odyssey was
Yes,
one of the references.
yes.
That was random, but
Space Odyssey is like a very influential film for a lot of films.
I see that. Even towards the end,
A little when she took it and then the lights.
yeah.
It's very.
And
I was thinking of that during the movie.
yeah, and also when they start playing the Space Odyssey
Oh.
theme, I was like, wait, is that? I was like, wait a minute, what is that? Is that a reference? I was like, okay, yeah. So there's like a lot of reference in this. Cinematography was great. Honestly, I liked it. The pace of the film, it wasn't too bad.
It was good.
It was good. It was good. I think I don't think you would get bored if you honestly sit and like pay attention. You would actually like find this movie really really good. I think other than that, yeah, let's rate the film, man.
So I did want to mention I did hear people saying that they saw this in the big theater and they had like a lot of emotions and outcries and things. So like,
Yeah.
I would have been nice to see this in a full theater.
I agree. Yeah,
But like, nonetheless, based on my experience, I really enjoyed this film. I really enjoyed the themes it brought. I really enjoyed a film that makes you think about it for a long time after.
Mhm.
And so with that being said, I would give it a 4.5. I think this is a good film. Would I watch it again? I don't know. Just based on the disgusting factor.
Yeah,
I think it would be hard for me to go back to it. But yeah, that's me.
Okay, why is it not a 5 out of 5?
I did think a little the bodyguard was too much for me. I think
Okay.
there's a little bit too much
Okay.
in my instance. I think it would have been interesting to see a lot more people with the substance, I think.
Yeah.
And see different situations. So
I agree.
I think that would be,
Yeah.
maybe they could do a sequel. They could do a sequel. I mean, the drug's still out there.
That's
but,
true. It is.
But yeah, I think it was a great film. I think yeah, I really don't have anything.
Okay. Honestly, I can agree. I can say the same thing. Because I also wanted to see that. I wanted to see more people with the substance. I wanted to see how else it can affect other people. What else can we see? Because I feel like everybody's different in their own way. So I wanted to see like what
In
type
different
of-
situations.
Exactly, in different situations, and because everybody's looking for their better self in something. Let's see what it looks like in sports. You know what I mean, let's look at what it's look like.
I was thinking about too, because I was like, what would a better version of me be?
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I mean? In
you know,
sports and
the better
whatever
version-
it
the better
is.
version, you know?
Exactly, and whatever it is. So that's something I kind of wanted to see too. I'm also rating it 4.5 out of 5. It was really like at first I rated a 4 out of 5, but then the more I think about it, I was like,
There's too many themes.
yeah, there's too
good.
many themes. There's too many themes that you can take away from this, and it was really interesting. I liked it. I like it. I think this would definitely make my top 10.
This is on the list.
Yeah.
It's on the list for
It's
sure.
on the list of films this year. I feel like we haven't really seen a lot of movies this year. Low-key.
I feel like I have, but there's just not memorable.
There's not memorable. Yeah,
As
yeah.
last year.
Yeah, I don't know. This year's been a lot of sequels and prequels, and it's just compared to last year. Last year was different, but yeah, this one I like. This one is really good. Probably definitely one of those gems. You would think it's an A24, but it's not. That's the crazy part. I thought that this was gonna be an A24, but it's not. But all around, it's a great film. I recommend everybody go see it. No matter who you are, I recommend watching it. Just be prepared. Forewarning, honestly. But other than that, I enjoyed it. Yeah, 4.5 out of 5. And yeah, I don't know. There's
Nothing else to be said.
nothing else to be said, honestly. But yeah, with that being said, we'll try to continue this, even though sometimes, like, as you can see, there's only two of us here.
There's some movies that
Yeah.
me and Sam like to watch
Right.
by ourselves, and I don't think this is Chris's speed.
Not at all. Not at all.
But
So yeah, so we'll try to like continue this content. We'll try to go see like more of the hidden gems.
I
small-
like smaller films.
yeah, the indie
Okay.
films and things like that. There's a couple coming out for the rest of the year.
Mhm.
So we're gonna try to like do a couple more of those. But yeah, with that being said, I'm Sam.
I'm Kyle. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you guys next time.